Okay, it's been about a week since I've done a video, and I've had like thoughts of things I want to do videos on, but honestly, I'm I'm struggling to adjust to homeschooling um, my kids. I feel like I'm able to manage still coaching and working from home okay. It's the time that I'm allotting to homeschooling, so I have no excuse I can't blame it on because I'm working at home or from home. I'm not that patient of a person, I'm realizing. And it might have served me in my recovery because I wasn't willing to drag it on forever once I decided that I wanted to. But I'm realizing like I would make a horrible elementary school teacher. Horrible. So, any moms out there or dads that are listening that have kids that are like younger, that you're having to like teach them because they're not independently learning yet, I feel you. I feel like we need a support group because I sort of feel wrung out at the end of every day. But what I do want to say in this video is how grateful I am, and I always have to give this like disclaimer, and I'm not saying how grateful I am that I'm recovered. Look at me, wow, poor you guys who aren't. That's not at all what I mean. But I just like to. I feel like I have this overwhelming sense of gratitude for my recovery, especially during times like right now, because it is a little more stressful than what my life was a few weeks ago. And I am pregnant and I'm expecting a baby. And obviously I have the stress and the like sometimes overwhelming feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a newborn soon. And having to kind of balance all these things. And the old me that still struggled with an eating disorder would have reverted back to the only coping skill I knew, which was restriction and excessive exercise, especially where I can't control the outside environment right now. I would have definitely clung on to, okay, I will just exercise harder. I will restrict harder. And I know a lot of you are feeling that right now. However, I validate that. However, it's not okay to use that as an excuse to continue to do that. And so I'm grateful for my recovery because I don't feel tempted. I don't want to revert back to excessive exercise or to restriction. I know, first of all, logically, it's not going to serve me at all to be undernourished and try to do the things that I'm doing with work and with school, with kids' school. That will make my patience even worse than it is now. And overexerting myself with exercise wouldn't make any sense either. How is that going to solve what's going on in the world right now? It makes no sense when you think about it logically. And so I feel grateful that it's not something that I'm fighting against, or that, oh my gosh, this is such a hard time, I really want to go back, and oh, I hope I don't relapse. When you're fully recovered, you're not living on the verge of like any kind of thing. And I used to joke a few weeks ago about like, I mean, a big tragic thing could happen and I wouldn't revert back. And I can honestly say like it is the case when you're fully recovered. Hopefully that's motivating for those of you that are like on the fence or maybe kind of giving it half effort in recovery. I think it's oftentimes, and I'm seeing this trend with clients right now, and I don't know if it's just coincidental or if it is because of the quarantine that we're all, living right now. But there's this like, well, I'm doing better than I would have done in the past if it wasn't in recovery, given the situation. I'm like, that's good. It's good that you're nice and compassionate with yourself, but it's also my job to tell you you're not actually in recovery because you're still exercising every day, or you wanted 20 cookies and you had 4. So yes, comparing to what you would have done in the past or when you before started recovery is better. It's better. But there's this like good, better, and best. Best is going to get you fully recovered, and your best is eating 20 cookies when you want to. And your best effort, your 100% commitment to recovery, is absolutely not exercising at all and not fooling yourself into thinking that that's okay. And so I feel like there's a lot of like negotiating with the terrorist, I like to call the eating disorder, given this time, during this time right now, because people are starting to kind of make up excuses or think it's okay because it's just a stressful situation. I'm doing the best I can. I believe you can do better. I really do. I give it to people straight, and I'm a tough love coach, and I am not going to tell you that you're doing recovery if you're not. I can say, yeah, you're kind of trying, but trying isn't going to get you recovered. You have to do it. You have to do it. You can't just talk about it. So this message today is, as usual, my messages, I'm really trying to get people to think through kind of the brainwashing and the manipulating that the eating disorder can do inside your head on autopilot without you even realizing it. So hopefully these videos kind of make you start thinking out loud, like am I doing that? Oh, maybe I am. Or, oh, I can see what she's saying there. Hopefully you can relate, or something resonates that I say that kind of gives you that kick in the butt that you need to get back on track and to push yourself in your own recovery. Because right now is not a time to use as an excuse to back off or to not be 100% committed. A lot of people are living in environments where they're back home with their families, college students, and they're surrounded by parents who are triggering, who are making comments. I understand. I'm not invalidating that that is a hard situation to recover in. However, I know you guys are strong. Give yourselves credit. I know that if you can recover in that environment, when you go out back into the world and everything is open again and we can live our normal lives, you're going to be so strong and so much more solid coming out of this than if you use right now as an excuse. And how cool to be able to say you recovered during this time. This is going to be a time in history that people will always remember, and you can think, wow, during that hard time, I dug really deep and I made some serious progress in my recovery. So if you're struggling, please don't hesitate to reach out. I love to motivate my clients. I love it when they're feeling like they're hanging on by a thread, wanting to go back, and I'm like, we need to have a session, talk to me. And I'd like to think I'm pretty good at getting them back and refocused and in the right direction, because I don't put up with any of the excuses. I don't put up with any of the crap and all the things that they think that they're doing that are helping their recovery that really aren't, or the things they aren't doing that they need to be doing. So if you really want to recover and you really want someone to tell you like it is and be really honest, I'm here for you, and I'm more than happy to help you throughout that. But the main takeaway today is give yourself a kick in the butt and go do exactly what you know you need to do in your recovery to get you to that place where you can say, I'm grateful to be recovered. I'm grateful that I'm not feeling triggered, that this isn't impacting, or heightening my anxiety through the roof because I can't practice my eating disorder behaviors, because that's the last thing you need right now is an extra stress. When things come up in your life that are hard, you will always be able to say, I'm so grateful that I'm recovered. I promise you, you will not regret it. So push yourselves and make it a great day.